Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi arrived in Delhi on Thursday evening in the first highest-level visit between India and China after their ties came under severe strain following the border standoff in the eastern Ladakh nearly 2 years ago. Greeted Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi at Hyderabad House, Jaishankar said while tweeting the first picture of the meeting between the two leaders. Wang last visited India in December 2019. The visit took place under an unusual cover of secrecy. The Ministry of External Affairs standard protocol for high-level visits is to make a prior announcement in coordination with the visitor's foreign office. There was no public announcement about the visit either by India or China, even after Wang Yi landed in New Delhi and photos were published all over the media. There was no acknowledgement from Indian or Chinese governments. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi's visit to India is key to resuming high-level bilateral engagements stalled since 2020 due to the dragging border tensions along the line of actual control, but the New Delhi has to change its attitude towards Beijing for ties to gain a positive thrust. Chinese experts on international affairs have said it's learned that the Chinese foreign minister's unannounced visit is more to do with the geopolitical power play in the wake of Russian invasion of Ukraine, with China even signaling its willingness to assist Moscow in dealing with crippling economic sanctions. On Thursday, Wang landed in the national capital late evening. He will leave for the Nepal Friday afternoon. During his brief stay, he will meet Doval and External Affairs Minister Jaishankar, who will be hosting a luncheon for Wang at the Hyderabad House, diplomatic sources told the print. Despite such high-profile meetings, which many are expecting might put an end to the ongoing standoff, both sides chose to maintain stone-cold silence, blaming the other for not making the announcement in a timely manner. I was very honest in my discussions with the Chinese Foreign Minister, especially in conveying our national sentiments, India's Foreign Minister Jaishankar told a news briefing after his 3-hour meeting with Wang Yi. The frictions and tensions that arise from China's deployments since April 2020 cannot be reconciled with a normal relationship between the two neighbors. In a statement, Wang said China and India should work together to promote peace and stability around the world. After the conflict in the Galwan Valley, China quickly expressed its desire to turn over an old chapter and open a new chapter. But New Delhi may not have let it go, so the mood in New Delhi is not helpful for this visit, Lin said. The Chinese Foreign Ministry statement said that the Wang suggested 3 concepts to take forward the relationship. First, both countries should take a long-term view, put the border issue in an appropriate position, and adhere to the correct direction for the development in ties, he stated. Secondly, China and India should have a win-to-win mindset. This meant that Beijing respected India's traditional role in the region and China committed that it does not pursue unipolar Asia. The Chinese Foreign Minister explained. At the same time, Wang also reiterated that it was willing to explore China-India plus cooperation with India for the development in the South Asian region. Lastly, Wang proposed that both countries should take part in the multilateral process with a cooperative posture. Even as both countries publicly kept to their divergent talking points on the importance of border dispute, the two ministers discussed several international issues, including crisis in Ukraine. Both agreed that diplomacy is the only way forward. We discussed today's specific regional situations. Insofar as Afghanistan is concerned, India's policy is guided by UN Security Council Resolution 2593. On Ukraine, we discussed our respective approaches and perspectives, but agreed that diplomacy and dialogue must be the priority. We also spent some time on multilateral issues. I emphasized the need to take forward the long overdue reform of the UN system, including the Security Council, said Jaishankar. Now this platform BRICS has been facing enormous pressure, especially after Russia got directly involved in Ukraine. How to address the functioning of this institution also becomes a very important issue for both governments to talk about, HU said. Since India and China are all founding members, We are responsible for having such important platforms to unite the resources and advantages of emerging economies and tackle the pressure from the developed ones, Hugh said. Wang Yi, a South Asia expert at Shanghai Municipal Center for International Studies, said hope the Indian Foreign Minister soon pays a return visit while creating a good atmosphere for PM Modi to attend the BRICS summit. He added that the two countries concentrate on how to return on the right track to normalize bilateral relations while also strengthening the multinational world order. Liu from SIIS, however, had a word of caution for New Delhi. I would like to advise India not to think that China's hosting of BRICS summit this year is an opportunity for India to put pressure on China and solve the border issue in a way conducive to India. On Wednesday, India had reacted strongly to Wang Yi's reported endorsement of OIC's views on Kashmir. I explained to him why we found that statement objectionable, so it was a subject discussed at some length. There was a larger context as well. I conveyed that we hope that China would follow an independent policy in respect of India and not allow its policies to be influenced by other countries and other relationships, said Jaishankar.